There is a buzz in the air in the sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Here's a go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Jordan. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith, and it's Johnson in for Irving. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Sessions out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Johnson, then it's Bargnani, and it's Baines in at the 5 down low.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First one falls for him.
It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He's already up to 11 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Sessions passes to Bargnani. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
The 3 from Johnson, and another miss by Cleveland. And Sessions kicks to Bargnani. Pass to Johnson. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
This is to Dellavedova. There's the screen. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Fry. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Fry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
And he banks in the layup.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Johnson missing again. Pistons leading by 3. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Here's Bargnani, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Bargnani's got his second bucket of the game to go. LeBron dishes to Dellavedova. Johnson for 3. Again, the miss by Johnson. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Johnson. 14 points for LeBron.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
The tray. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates. Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the... With some changes, Dawson's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Johnson in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Moniunas. Johnson comes in for Harris. Garrett Temple is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Sessions subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Detroit, looking at who they picked. They've got Drummond. Johnson is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Temple in at the shooting guard position.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Irving double team. Jordan with a screen on Johnson. LeBron drives in. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Johnson can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 3. Here's Temple. That ball's great assist by Ramon Sessions. Temple's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Temple the pass to Sessions. Here's Drummond. Good D by Jordan. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. LeBron kicks to Johnson. Right side, Irving. Irving double team. Inside, James left side. And another miss by Cleveland.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Sessions with it. Guarded now by Irving. Passes it to Baines, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Fry comes in for Dawson. And a switcher also for Detroit. Bargnani's checked in. Temple gets the bucket.
And he came off that screen, and then he just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Here's Mozgov, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here. 5 seconds left in the first half. Here's Sessions. And we're through the first half of basketball.
Hey, Kevin.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about the...
Channing Frye's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Johnson in for Irving. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Sessions comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Johnson is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Fry in at the center. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Pistons shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. So it's the Cavaliers now. They lead by 1. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. He feeds it to Sessions. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
No one covering. 6 points for Johnson.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Sessions, no good. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Johnson, good. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
And it's Harris off the drive. Can't get it to go. Good D from Love.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Harris a screen on Johnson. Jackson kicks to Harris. And the 3-ball is good. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Johnson kicks to Sessions. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds a spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending. They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And it's LeBron missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Cavaliers trailing. Kicks to Johnson. To halt the run. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Johnson attacking. That drops. 14 points for Reggie Jackson.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And we welcome you back here to the park. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell both the guards. Johnson is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Harris in at the 3-side.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
If we can't get the ball, have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Shoots the 3 off the mark. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what allowed this team to stay so focused and ultimately get this huge win here tonight?
I think it's just everything we've been through in the postseason. We've been down. We withstand rallies. And, you know, the good thing about it, when they score, we didn't get our head down. We just got back on offense and started to execute. So it's a great team that we're going against. So we're going to need every effort, every play. And it's going to take all the way down to those zeros on that clock to get a win.
Experience is a great teacher, LeBron. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance, and what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Anytime you do.
And that is it for this broadcast of Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. For myself, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a great evening, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It is round 2 of the NBA playoff. The intensity just kicked up a notch for game 2. Welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. Checking out Cleveland, they took care of business in game 1, protecting their home court. Tonight, a chance to extend their lead and assert their dominance in this series. And after winning game 1, they've got another chance tonight on their home floor to maintain that home court advantage. Kenny, what does their mentality have to be tonight?
Well, they can't get overconfident. They can't have that feeling that I have right now. I just feel that I know what's going to happen.
I'm a little overconfident. You're overconfident? Yeah. Overconfident about what?
Because they're higher speed. They've got to protect their home court advantage. So I kind of know what's going to happen in this game. I'm a little overconfident.
You know, they need.
The Eastern Conference semifinals continue here on 2K Sports. Game 2. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing Cleveland. Look at Cleveland. A successful outing in game 1 has them right where they want to be with a chance here, guys, to take game 2 on their home court.
History tells us when you can win the first.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. James kicks to Mozgov. Johnson, a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half-and-half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Sessions. Inside. Got a hand on it.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
He had a nice open look right there. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Sessions dishes to Temple. 1:22 left to play here in the first. Here's Sessions. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
And they were a little bit fortunate to come out on top in that one. They were not at their best in that game.
But the important thing is they held it together at the end. They did just enough to hang on for that W.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, the free throw line has really hurt him.
Yeah, it's been a rough start there, and they could use those points, no doubt about it.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Stolen. And pushing it up is Cleveland again in transition. Here's James. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
3 straight hoops in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Yeah, no excuse for giving up the easy, fast break baskets like they have. They've got to do a better job of engaging there.
Temple gets the bucket.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. To the inside. Mozgov kicks to Dellavedova. Johnson for 3, and it's Johnson again missing. An even 3-on-3 break. With 1 on the clock. DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands he can make a big difference. Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes it. Some changes. Dawson's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Johnson in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a switcher also for Detroit. Johnson, he's checked in for Moniunas. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And the shot is good. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Drummond with a screen on Irving. It's Jackson with the drive. Good D by Irving. Cleveland's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. LeBron passes to Irving. Shoots it. They get it back. That puts them in the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Johnson outside. Back to Drummond. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Irving dishes to Johnson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Drummond. 6 to shoot. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Johnson kicks to LeBron. Right side, Jordan. In the corner, Irving with it. Johnson from outside. Again, Johnson missing. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Oh!
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Irving passes to Johnson. Connects from 3-point range. Johnson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Cavs. Now Jackson. Fires at the elbow. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cavaliers lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis. Channing Frye's checked in for Jordan. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Smith. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Johnson. And it's Frye in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Pistons have shot 50% from the line on 10 attempts. That's a few too many misses. Second free throw, no good. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Temple dishes to Sessions. He feeds it to Bargnani, the 17-footer. And it's wide right, hits off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And here's Sessions. He dishes it to Bargnani. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. Sessions has got 3 assists tonight. Johnson kicks to Frye. On the wing, James. Dellavedova from outside, and he hits the bucket. Dellavedova's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
The dish to Temple. Bargnani is screen on Johnson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Channing Frye. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
LeBron kicks to Johnson. Hands it from downtown. Johnson's got 13. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Picked by Bargnani. And Sessions kicks to Bargnani. And another 3 for Detroit. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Johnson outside. Out to the right wing. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. He's got 5.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Temple. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Oh.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
With 1 on the clock. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to just 3 in the basket from Bargnani.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Really simple opportunity.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. Cleveland making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Sessions checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson is out there with Ramon Sessions. Then there's Moniunas. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Harris in at the 3.
No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management is crucial at this time of the game.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
It's tipped. James, the pass to Love. And here's Johnson outside. Misses the 3. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. No good. And so the Pistons take
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined. And that'll signal the end of our NBA postseason coverage of round 2 for tonight. More round 2 action yet to come. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, everybody.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports, about to tip off the pivotal Game 3 in these conference semifinals. Alongside Shaq and Kenny, Ernie Johnson. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, tonight a chance to press their advantage after an impressive road win in Game 2. They're approaching this one with a lot of confidence. And after stealing one on the road, they've put themselves in the driver's seat. Shaq, how big is this home court advantage in the series right now?
It's big, Ernie. They're in a really good position if they win here tonight. This game is obviously not technically a must-win for either team, but it will certainly be a pivotal game when we look back at the series.
What kind of a game will it be?
Pivotal. Pivotal.
I agree with you.
P-I-B-B.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
We are at the sold-out and noisy Palace of Auburn Hills. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference. The first two are split. Who will get the advantage here? It's the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Here's Sessions. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Drummond a screen. Shot clock at 6. Sessions passes to Drummond. Misses from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. 5th, Andre Drummond.
He's dialed up his rebounding here in the postseason. There's something about the big games that bring out the best in him.
All right now, gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
And it's tied up with that one. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Pistons. Bargnani comes in for Tobias Harris. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Sessions dishes to Baines. Temple gets the bucket. Temple's got his first points of the game.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Johnson. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. For Detroit, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Pistons passing it around. Pulls up on the wing. Mozgov grabs the board. Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Mozgov a screen on Johnson. James. Johnson wide open. He fires. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Bargnani a screen on Johnson. Here's Temple. About 3 off the mark. Cavaliers leading to the inside. The 10-footer. And Johnson missing again. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Temple can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Johnson kicks to Dellavedova. Back to Johnson. The fader off the left rim and out. Now here's Sessions. No scoring yet from him, but that's like To change. He kicks it to Bargnani. And it is good! And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Pistons lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership. Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Kevin Love out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dellavedova in at the 2-guard spot. And it's Harris off the drive. That is good. Harris is got Johnson, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Temple comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Sessions subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Then for the Cavaliers, Dawson's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. James comes in for Smith. And it's Johnson in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Irving double team. And that's good from Johnson on the assist by Irving. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
I like this composure there under pressure as he was being double teamed. Terrific pass.
The dish to Temple. Irving against Sessions. Johnson, the pass to Temple. With some arc, and that's collected by Love. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Harris. Johnson dishes to Sessions. Back to Johnson. Harris kicks to Temple. Harris a screen on Johnson. Temple the pass to Harris. And good on the basket. Book it.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov comes in for Kevin Love. And Channing Frye's subbed in for Dawson. Irving attacking. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Irving with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Mozgov dishes to Frye. Irving with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Bargnani has checked in for Detroit. Johnson outside. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Frye. Cleveland leading by 6. Irving kicks to Johnson. From beyond the arc and then some. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
Sessions with it. From deep. And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers ahead, up by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. What is foremost in your mind going up against these guys tonight?
Well, I'm just starting off to start on attack. Wait and see what my jump shot does in the second half and try to get to that free throw line.
J.R., appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Okay, fellas, listen. I like the position we're in. Let's go over what we can do even better after halftime. Number one, we've done really well in limiting our turnovers. The last thing we want to do is give them extra possessions, and so far, we haven't. I'll say this for us, though.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals.
What a game we've seen here for Harris. He has 14 points.
A different look here for Detroit. Johnson comes in for Moniunas, and Sessions subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. Johnson comes in for Irving. We've got Johnson. Sessions out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Harris, and it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. And you look at Jackson, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
Well, it's great to see guys step up to the added pressure of the postseason and deliver big numbers. Not only for him, but his teammates. Anybody that distributes the ball the way he does helps his team and himself.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bargnani's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Frye's checked in.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that. I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
No good on the free throw. Detroit making a switch. Temple's checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both. Cleveland leading by 10. LeBron passes to Dellavedova. Here's Johnson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bargnani sets the screen for Sessions. Will it go? Shot's good from Bargnani. Bargnani's got his 2nd basket of the game. 1:29 left to play in the 3rd. LeBron right side, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Now here's Sessions. He's tightly guarded. Puts up the baby hook. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice shot from the wing. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night.
He could have forced a tough inside shot but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Johnson's shot is off.
He's not doing his team any good by taking shots from that range.
And Greg, typically that kind of play comes back to haunt you because it really makes your teammates reluctant to make the pass to you if you're open. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
They set the screen. Another miss by Johnson. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of... And we're set to get started again. For a different look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Monty Eunice. And Sessions subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then for Cleveland, Jordan, he's checked in for Mozgov. James comes in for Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Johnson in for Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Jordan is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Johnson in at the 1 spot. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target with his 3. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. James dishes to Johnson. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one, and they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
That'll do it for this broadcast.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.R. Smith.
Without his leadership and his spectacular play tonight, they wouldn't be holding the lead in this series. The bottom line is they are now in the driver's seat. Looking very good and going forward, like me and my convertible.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
And that is it for this broadcast of Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. For myself, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a great evening, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are, NBA fans. Playoff game 4 of the second round with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, game 3, a bitter loss. These home fans hoping they can rally back and provide something to cheer about this time around. Trailing 2-1 in this series, really a huge game 4 on their home court. If they can't even the series tonight, their hopes of emerging from this series diminish significantly, do they not, Shaq?
They do, Ernie. Pay attention. I'm about to give you a Shaqism. You know what a Shaqism is?
I think I'm about to get one.
A Shaqism is I'm going to say something, and it may sound crazy, like it's not making sense, but you have to go back and analyze what I'm about to say. It's not technically a must-win, but it is a must-win in a practical sense.
At number 4, 7 feet, number 20, Donatas Motiejunas. And shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 5, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The other forward, and 6'9" inch the other forward.
The Detroit fans already at a fever pitch here inside the Palace of Auburn Hills. 2K Sports here to present you the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. It's game 4, and one that could go down in the books. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burks on the sideline as well. You take a look at the Pistons. Stretching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, and the goal is to win tonight. Make it a best-of-3 series. They already know they're going to have to get one on the road, which is...
Pistons leading by 7. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Stan Van Gundy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. As for the mood of the team coming into this crucial game, he said they're loose, but not so loose that they don't know how important this game is to us. He predicted this would be a statement game for them. Let's see what kind of statement they deliver, gentlemen.
All right, Doris, thanks. Jackson kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Detroit, no good that time either.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things. On the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Drummond a screen. In the corner, it's Harris. The Pistons rebound, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking it.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yeah, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
James, the pass to Johnson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jackson with it. Off the pick. Drummond dishes to Caldwell-Pope. Drummond with a screen on Johnson. Here's Caldwell-Pope. The rebound by Kevin Love.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Caldwell-Pope kicks to Jackson. Down low, knocks it loose. And the pass to Love. Back to Johnson. Cleveland moving it around. Fades back, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
That's good. Morris has got his first points of the night.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. The teardrop falls in. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket in this one.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do that.
And that one's good. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pistons lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounds. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Johnson in at point guard. Smith is out there with Mozgov. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Jordan in at the center, walking down the middle.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a trend. Transition opportunity, even better.
And Jordan sends it back. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. To the paint. Temple the pass to Sessions. Here's Baines. Shot is off. So Cleveland will take it the other way. It came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you... on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
That's good. And the Pistons lead by 3.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Motiejunas a screen on Johnson and taken away by Johnson. Now Cleveland moving it up. It's blocked and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Dawson's checked in for Mozgov. From deep, Johnson. Detroit with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's a screen. Here's Temple. There's the feed to Motiejunas. Rebound by Dellavedova. Johnson outside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Cleveland also. Tie game in Detroit. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I've got Kevin Love here. And Kevin, I know you're tired and heading to the locker room, but after starting off a bit slow, you guys really started to pick it up out there.
Well, we had a slow start on defensive end, first few minutes, but we started to get it going. On the offensive end, we feel good.
That was a winded Kevin Love, Mr. Harlan.
Thank you, Doris. thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis.
Drummond having a terrific game. He has 9 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
Jackson and Caldwell both the guards. Monteunus out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Harris in at the 3. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Pistons have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Drummond. Cavaliers trailing. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Smith. 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Johnson in the corner. Morris outside. Morris with a screen on Johnson. 6 to shoot for the lead. No good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. He's looking for James. He finds him. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here's Sessions. To the middle. Baines can't get it to go. Good D by James. Pass to Johnson. But they'll get another chance. Mozgov kicks to Johnson. Dellavedova dishes to Johnson. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Clock at 6, and Sessions kicks to Baines. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Morris with the screen for Sessions. Johnson a wide open look. Detroit no good that time either. Mozgov a screen on Sessions. From the arc. Cleveland gets it back. Mozgov's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Temple. He dishes it to Baines. Puts up the baby hook. Misses off the right iron.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And here's Johnson outside. Again, Johnson missing. For the lead. Misses there. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Cleveland ahead. They lead by a bucket. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. So on the floor for Cleveland, Johnson, he's in at point guard. Dawson is out there with Smith. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Dellavedova in at the 2. Johnson outside. It's in.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their turn.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Love.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
How much would every team like to have a big man who's able to do the things that Kevin Love does? He can play close to the bucket. He can spot up from long range, pass, drive the lane, rebound, you name it. I'm glad he didn't hold back tonight. He let it all hang out.
And that is it for this broadcast of Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. For myself, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a great evening, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here once again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal for 2K Sports. Pleased you are here with us for Game 5 of the conference semifinals. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they've been more than effective thus far in the playoffs, only 3 losses to this point. And without question, this is a team playing with the utmost confidence. And Kenny, a monster elimination game tonight. If you're the underdog and fighting for your playoff lives, what do you do to turn the tide in this series?
Oh, you got to play like there's no tomorrow, Ernie. Every 50-50 ball, those are those balls that are just rolling down the court. You got to get those. Every second chance opportunity will win. So, you know, those small battles win the big war.
You know, it takes only one big win to get that momentum back on your side. That happened for me and D-Wade back in 06 when we were down against Dirk. And the Mavericks 02 came back and won.
And that is it for us.
Can you dig it?
As we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Decisive. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. We'll see Detroit facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. You look at the Cavaliers. Well, there is a buzz, guys, in this building right now as they hold a 3-1 game advantage in the series. They want nothing more than to deliver the big win to a very deserving crowd.
You're really in excellent position here to close this thing out tonight. A 3-1 series lead at home, and these fans are definitely pumped up. This is where they expected to be, and they put themselves in a position. Let's see if they can finish the deal.
I think they probably can. I mean, they did what they needed to do to get back home with a chance to close it out in front of their fans. But even if they can't do it, they'll have to go back on the road for Game 6. And this series takes on a whole new look then.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Detroit looking at who they've got. For Smith. And Detroit with a change here, too. Morris is checked in for Monty Eunice. LeBron dishes to Johnson. Back to LeBron. Johnson outside. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
The Cavaliers have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good for the Cavaliers. Fry comes. In for Kevin Love, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving, and then for Detroit, Johnson. He's checked in for Tobias Harris. Temple comes in for Caldwell Pope, and Sessions subbed in for Jackson. Here's Morris, and Jordan sends it back, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. There's the screen. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the 3-ball is good. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. LeBron passes to Johnson. Yes, it's James picking up. The assist.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
And he gets it to go.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
1:43 left in the first. From 17 feet out, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Morris outside. Drummond the screen. Morris into the lane. Here's Sessions. Soft touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
LeBron outside. And again, it's Cleveland.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Pass to Temple. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Picked by Mozgov. And here's Johnson outside. Goes back up. And the layup good by Mozgov.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Sessions. Morris a screen. Shot clock at 6. Mozgov with the block. And that one's good. Drummond. Johnson outside. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Pistons on top, up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinal. Substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Jordan. Lawson comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for Smith. And it's Johnson in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Garrett Temple is out there with Ramon Sessions. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Yeah, and that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Pistons trail by 3. Sessions with it. He's picked up by Irving. Johnson wide open. He fires. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Irving kicks to Johnson. The pass to Dawson. There's the 3. Again, the miss by Johnson. Detroit's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Johnson the screen. And Sessions kicks to Morris. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. Sessions has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Johnson with a screen on Sessions. Irving attacking. He sinks the 11-footer. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And here's Sessions. To the inside. Here's Drummond. That one wide left.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Drummond sets the screen for Sessions. Here's the teardrop. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Sessions. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Pistons. Pass to Johnson. Jacks up a 3. Can't get it to go. And that'll do it for the first.
And you've got to get
And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And you know, when the game is as important as this one, you expect to get a big performance from him. In that first half, he delivered.
And Greg, here in the second, the stakes are...
Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Detroit also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Monty Eunice. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Johnson is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Dellavedova kicks to James. He gives them a double-digit lead. LeBron's got 9 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Baines. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Kicks to Love. Back to Johnson. And good. That the English that time as it falls. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Pistons trail by 11. Left side Jackson. He dishes it to Baines. And stolen by Love. Johnson kicks to LeBron. Expanding his range. And he hits the triple. 3 points there in the shot from Johnson. In a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Morris a screen. Passes it to Baines. That one's off. Still out of sync.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And that one's good.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. He feeds it to Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Dellavedova kicks to Johnson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist in this one.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Fry's checked in, and a different look here for the Pistons. Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Garrett Temple has checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Sessions subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And thanks for joining us once more as we get set. Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Jordan. Dawson comes in for Channing Frye. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And it's Johnson in for Irving. Marcus Morris is checked in for Detroit. Reggie Jackson comes in for Garrett Temple. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Ramon Sessions. Then there's Monty Eunice. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Johnson. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The Pistons have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. And Sessions kicks to Jackson. There's a screen by Monty Eunice. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Here's Sessions. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Dellavedova, the pass to LeBron. Johnson outside. And it's Johnson again missing.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Cavaliers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for James. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And Dawson kicks to Johnson. LeBron James on the wing. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. No good on the free throw. And Cleveland making a change here. Prince is checked in. Then for the Pistons, Aaron Baines. He's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Monty Eunice. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Sessions. Outside Jackson. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
And that's going to do it for this series. They'll move on and eliminate any chance of a comeback with a big-time win here in Game 5. And, Greg, it's on to the conference finals for them.
And if there was anybody doubting this team heading into round 2, this series should have erased any of those doubts. A convincing win for a team whose championship hopes are looking bigger and brighter.
And time now to go courtside as we send you.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, tonight another example of this team's excellent work here at home. What does winning here at home mean to this team?
It means a lot. It means that we come in every night and try to protect home court and also our fans. Give us all the spirit and all the enthusiasm to come out and play hard in front of them. So a lot of credit to our fans that come and pack this gym every night. We're on our home floor. And our coach staff all prepare us the right way to come out and try to dominate home.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
He gave them an enormous lift tonight, make sure they're moving on to the conference finals. He said, you know what, give me the ball, let me go to work. This is barbecue chicken soup play with a diet soda.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
So that's the finale of this round 2 series of the NBA playoffs for Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. I'm Ernie Johnson. Now on to what should be an amazing conference finals coming up in just a few days. We will see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And welcome to the NBA Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Game 1 is upon us, and this looks like it will be a fantastic series. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, they've been more than effective thus far in the playoffs. Only 3 losses to this point. And without question, this is a team playing with the utmost confidence. Game 1 of this series coming up. A lot of playoff experience here at this table. Shaq, what do you think is the most important thing to establish in the first game of a series?
Well, not literally, because I don't want anybody to get suspended, but you got to come out swinging, Ernie. You got to capture the momentum right now, and you got to come out the gate strong, feisty as always. But again, you got to come out swinging.
Ernie,
that's the sound I want to hear.
Yeah, but if you, that means you're not holding back. Because this is not the time to hold back, Ernie. If you put a team on their heels early, you can really shape the series. I'm telling
the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. For these 2 teams, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. The battle for the Eastern Conference continues. Game 1 of the conference finals. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Cleveland. So important in a 7-game series to maintain the home court advantage. The fans, the players, the coaches, guys, they know it's all on the line.
And they're ready to go. I mean, as we can hear so often, their fans. This can be an intimidating building to play in when the crowd is this charged up. That alone gives them a huge leg up.
That's why you grind so hard during the regular season, to get this payoff, home court advantage. And that's exactly what they've worked for.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Miami, Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the center position. Here's Wade, following the basket by LeBron James. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. About substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And it's Johnson in for Irving. And a new group in for the Heat. Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Mo Williams subbed in for Goran Dragic. Now here's James. Back to Johnson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Johnson's got his first 2 points. Pass to Richardson. Johnson with the block.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Williams. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Fry.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
LeBron outside. There's the pass to Fry. Stolen by Bosch. Here's Richardson. Clanks the dunk off the rim.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Now here's Winslow following the miss by Freak. Here's Johnson, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Here's Johnson. Tries a three, and Winslow pulls it down. Williams passes to Johnson. Shoots the three. The shot misses. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his been.
Guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang out there with Johnson. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, patrolling the paint. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Feeds it to Johnson. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons put on a show. He dropped in 15 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today, I mean.
New group in for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Johnson. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Mo Williams subbed in for Goran Dragic. Bosh, no one around him. From outside, off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Williams dishes to Richardson. Outside Bosh. Nice jump shot. Good. Bosh has got 7 now in this quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And stolen by Williams. Launches a 3. Count that one. Williams has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Miami.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean,
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals as we get things started once again. You have to like what we're seeing from Goran Dragic.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Jordan in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. LeBron against Dang.
Too much.
Pass to Love. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Heat.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
On the wing, Dang. Here's Whiteside, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Irving kicks to James. Jordan with a screen on Deng. Off the pick. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Jordan.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
That's the wall.
And that one's good by Bosh.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Cleveland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Dragic. Smith with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 4 assists now tonight. Right side a screen. Dragic kicks to Bosh. And another basket for Miami.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Outside Irving. Irving for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Miami, Johnson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Here's Richardson, poked away, and stolen by James. Love outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
We need better looks than that.
These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. Pushing it up. Miami grabs the miss. Dragic left side. The 3 from Bosh. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here's Dragic. Tries yet again, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on LeBron James.
Talk about a terrific game for Dragic. He has 15 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Johnson. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From deep 3-point range, again, Johnson missing. The Heat leading by 20. And it's Winslow, that time on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's Fry for three. Good. Fry's got 6 points.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Outside Dragic. 6 to shoot. Outside Bosch. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. LeBron passes to Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Heat, up 19. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers trail by 19 on the floor for Miami starting the 4th. They've got Winslow. Whiteside is out there with Dang. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Williams at the point. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. The Heat leading by 16. And here's Wade. In the corner, Winslow with it. From downtown, it's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And there's the feed to Williams. For 3. Winslow's shot is off. Cleveland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Williams against Irving. Outside Williams. The dish to Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. With the shot. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Cavaliers trail by 12.
You got it. Let's get the ball
James
inside.
kicks to Irving. Passes it to Jordan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up with it.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And the basket by Wade.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Dang against James.
Stick it too much.
The 11-footer. Second chance shot. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jordan.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Whiteside, this is to Williams. They set the pick. Back to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. No good from outside. Johnson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Then for the Heat, Chris Bosh is checked in for Dang. And it's Dragic in for Williams. Johnson goes in. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Dishes it to Wade. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Kicks it to Johnson. Love with the screen for Smith. Shoots off the screen. Another miss by Johnson.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Fades. And it's Miami with another.
No hesitation when he saw the space that D was giving him. That's 2.
Stolen by Wade. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. And James pulls it down. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game. and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
Whiteside, a screen on Smith. Wade passes to Dragic. That miss makes him 7 for 12 from the field this game. A good look from Smith. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Bosch. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Man, if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for Miami.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Chris Bosh. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had. Had the hot hand.
Dragic against Johnson. Now, here's Whiteside. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. Shot's good by Bosh. And the Heat lead by 17.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run. Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Wade dishes to Dragic. Whiteside kicks to Dang. Inside, Dragic, and he gets it to go.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Joe, congratulations on this win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find. And thanks for watching tonight's coverage of the NBA Conference Finals, and there's more coming your way. For Shaq, for Kenny, Ernie Johnson. See you later, everybody.